Hello, my name is John and welcome back to another fishing episode. As a fisherman, I am often planning fishing trips and going on adventures seeking for the thrill of catching different species of fish. However, as most fishermen will be able to relate, oftentimes fishing trips don't always turn out the way you expect them to. In this video, I want to share with you a few trips I have done over the past few weeks that haven't exactly turned out the way I hoped, and tell you why you shouldn't let this affect you when it happens to you. Let's start with a trip I took to the mountains of Maryland, about 2 hours northwest, in the hopes of catching some lake smallmouth bass. So today I've driven about 2 hours northwest to a lake in the mountains of Maryland, Lake Habib at Rocky Gap State Park, and I am here for a couple of days of smallmouth fishing. I just got to my campsite, but I'm not wasting any time and heading straight for the water. I am so excited. Let's get started. So I'm finally at the water's edge, ready to make way. It is 1:55 right now, so it's not the earliest of starts, but I do have a lot of time. I have in the whole day today and the entire day tomorrow to get some fish on the boat, and I'm so excited to catch a smallmouth. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've caught a smallmouth, but hopefully we'll make it in this trip, catch a few smallmouth, and just have a blast out there. All right. Let's launch this boat. Okay, time to launch. First time fishing Lake Habib. Let's see what we can catch today. And we're off. Fishing Lake Habib. What a gorgeous setting. This lake is smack in between a bunch of mountains. It's quite chilly up here, but should be a fun trip. Let's make something happen. See if we can catch ourselves some smallmouth today. I'm not really sure what to expect out of this lake. What I have been told is that there's a lot of grass in this lake, but I know that there is largemouth and smallmouth, so I'm starting with a Texas rigged swim bait here with a bullet weight and pegged it so that the bullet weight doesn't move up and down the line. We'll start with that, see if that gives us any fish, and if that doesn't work, then we'll change our approach to something different. But let's just start fishing. I'm so excited. It's been quiet so far. No fish to report. I think I may have gotten one bite, or it may have been a log, and then nothing else. It's been really quiet. There's one. Woo! It's first fish of the day, first fish of the trip. Oh man, he's got me wrapped around every kind of grass. There he is. Came off. Is it a smallmouth though? Nope, it's a largie. Got him. Woo! There you go, first fish of the trip, and it's a largemouth bass. Not what I was hoping for, but it's a fish. Well, it's nothing too special, but it's my first fish of the trip, largemouth bass. Hopefully we can catch a few more fish this trip, and hopefully a few smallmouth. But not bad for my first fish. Ate the swim bait. I've never fished a lake with so much vegetation. Lake Habib is not a very big lake, but I'd say about 80 to 90% of it is just matted with vegetation. Now, grass isn't usually a bad thing as it introduces oxygen to the water, which is something fish need in order to thrive. But when you have so much of it, it's kinda tough to know where to fish because everything looks the same. Okay, so first day of fishing is officially over. Managed to catch one small largemouth. Didn't manage to catch a smallmouth, but that's okay. I have an entire day tomorrow to make that happen. But I'm absolutely starving, so I'm just gonna make some food and make a fire and then just, you know, turn in for the night. I'm actually gonna show you my setup here. It's just a bunch of sheets, a pillow, and something to cover myself with. It should be fine. I should be able to sleep tonight. So we'll see. I'm just gonna get some food in me though. I'm starving. So it's the next morning. I just had some breakfast. It got quite cold last night. It got to like 45 degrees. But I couldn't record much because my camera has been acting up. Hopefully it doesn't do that throughout the rest of the day. But it's just about 10 a.m. now. I'm about to head on the water and start my day. I'm not sure yet what I'll do different. Maybe I'll tie a crankbait instead of a swim bait, fish a little deeper water because we need to catch some more fish. I was focusing more of my time fishing grass edges, rocky points, and transitions between grass and rock. But I mean, for 2 days, I fished everywhere and still couldn't find them. One technique that works well for targeting fish in heavy vegetation is a drop shot rig. To tie a drop shot rig, tie your hook of choice to your main line using a polymer knot, leaving about 12 inches of line as your tag end. Next, check that your hook point is pointing upwards. If your hook point is pointing downwards, simply feed the line back in the eye of the hook to fix the position of the hook. Next, attach a drop shot weight at the end of your line and hook your plastic of choice on the hook. This technique works well when fishing heavy grass because the weight drops down to the bottom, keeping your hook bait just above the vegetation. If you find that you still get grass on your hook, consider Texas rigging your plastic for extra protection. There are many techniques to target fish around grass, but a drop shot is one of the most effective because you can change the length of your tag end based on how far from the bottom you need your hook bait to be in order to keep it just above the vegetation. On a different trip, I went to the Chesapeake Bay with my family to try to catch some striped bass. We woke up very early with high hopes and big smiles on our faces. And as we got there, we were greeted by the most beautiful sunrise. So we just got to the boat. We're at the Chesapeake Bay about to go fishing for some striped bass. I'm with my entire family. It's really early, as you can see. It's still pretty dark. But hopefully we can catch a few, and I'm definitely gonna beat you this time.
Try the best, because it's not gonna be easy. This is gonna be something else today. So.
This is my main competition today. I'm definitely gonna try to beat him. Last time he beat everybody. So we're trolling right now, and since we got here, he has not stopped touching the rods. He's so anxious to get on a fish. He's like, the first one's mine.
Well, yeah. got teeth on it.
What species is that?
It's a blowfish. Yeah.
I think that might have a fish on. Or not. There you go.
Okay, stop reeling.
Nice. Little fish. Well, we just got off the boat. Unfortunately, we couldn't catch any stripers, but overall, it's been a fun day. We managed to catch a few bluefish, so we'll be having that for dinner today. The swell was just pretty bad towards the end, and it got a little dangerous to be out, so we had to turn in and call it a day, but it's been fun. Hopefully we can catch some next time. We did some trawling for about 5 hours, but unfortunately, we couldn't catch our target fish. But fishing is not always just about catching fish, it's about enjoying the beauty of nature and spending time with those you cherish. First ever time trying bluefish. Oh, so good. Really good. I haven't been too consistent recently, so I thank you guys for your patience. I will try my best to get better. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and if you enjoy fishing content, this is the place to be. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss my next upload in a few weeks, I hope. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.